This is also another moment with relationship and marriage compass. What we are about to discuss now or expose, that some things many times people doesn't care about it. Share your view with us. Let us share knowledge together. Like our page. Thank you very much. Okay, there's a question I want us to look at, and this question is, when should couples start having children? Now, some people will say once they are married, they can start having children. I don't know the thought of knowledge you are coming from, so by whichever one is fine. But I want to make this clear. Do you know why we are having so many irresponsible children in our society today? These are children that never bargain to be irresponsible. Do you know why we have so many touts? We have so many people, young people roaming the street, walking about. Have you noticed something? Perhaps in your estate, or look around in your neighborhood, in that your street, maybe in your compound, you find that there are a set of children, young people, youth, teenagers, they don't go to work, they don't go to school. Now, what do? In the morning, they will gather themselves somewhere and start discussing, start smoking, start drinking all sort of brand and all that. And I think your thought is as good as mine, the end result. Many times we begin to blame the children. You don't want to be responsible. If your country did not help you, why don't you help yourself? If your parents did not help you, why don't you help yourself? But can I tell you something? I'm not overrule the duties or responsibilities of parents to their children. Now, just imagine this. When you have a child and that child is not properly brought up in the way that child should go, my dear, anything will happen to that child. Let me also make this clear. As a parent, as a mother or father, as an adult, before you start having children, please think twice. The era is far gone when people say that it's God they train children. Now God they train children. I'm not saying that God does not train children. No, my dear, God cares for everybody, whether married or unmarried. Therefore, before you think of having children, ask yourself, are you mature enough psychologically, physically, financially to take care of that child? Don't bring children into this world out of your lustful desire. It's not a must that when you meet your partner or your spouse or whoever that you have children. There are so many ways you can meet, you can still have your satisfaction without having children. But anytime you decide, anytime you make up your mind that you want to have children, it is a whole lot of responsibility. There's so many things that will change in your life. Then ask yourself, are you ready? Ask your partner, are we ready to have children now? Don't just out of, because you want to satisfy yourself, you want to enjoy yourself, you just want to, catch fun. You start bringing children to this world only for you not to care for these children. My dear, baby food is expensive. Sometimes it's not what you want to eat, you will eat because you have children. Sometimes it's not the kind of clothes you want to wear, you wear because you have children. Sometimes it's not the kind of lifestyle you want to live. I know how much I just pay for my children's school fees. Don't understand, this time alone, I know how much it runs in hundreds of thousands. My dear, it's not it's not beans. Now, if you know that you are not even financially capable, my dear, don't bring them here. Don't suffer them. My dear, you must buy drink for them. You must buy biscuits, whether you have the money or not. You must train them in the way of the Lord. Morally, you must bring them up. They don't ask you whether you have eaten. They don't ask you whether you are fine or not. These children, what they want to be comfortable. But many times you see parents bringing children to this world and they begin to roam around, abandoned. Nobody cares. But can I tell you something? If you don't care for your children, society will care for them. If you do not teach your children, society will teach them. But the question is, what is society going to teach them? What kind of care is society going to give your children? Have children based on your financial capacity. If only one you can take care of, born one for now. Later, you add another one. Do you understand? Later, you add another one. Maybe after some years, you add another one. You are not in competition with anybody. Don't just scatter children everywhere. You are not in competition with any of your village people. Don't begin to born autonomous community. And at the end of the day, you begin to shout, government did not do this, your village people do not do this, your uncle do not do this. My dear, born the one you can cater for, the one you can take care of. You can born 30. You are capable enough, born. Do you understand? But don't born looking at somebody to take care of that your child for you. Born as you can take care of.